Ladies and gentlemen, episode 21
of the Skeptic and the Dude.
We've got a very special guest for you today, don't we, Joel?
Indeed we do. She's a very old friend.
Friend of ours.
Yeah,
we met in doing our vet course.
Vet course, yeah.
For screen acting. Larnie Monique's her name, and we had a great time talking to her. It was a time to catch up, I guess, as well. And for, I think, the first hour before we started recording, and I was like, shit, man, some of the stuff, we should just hit record.
Yeah, we should have just started recording it.
Because, we had a very interesting discussion with her. Topics ranging from spirituality to aliens, to starseeds, space, and
it's very, very cool. Very mind expanding.
Yes, expanding. Broaden your mind. So we had a great time talking to her. And
hopefully we'll get her on again.
That's it. Hopefully again soon. Yeah. But anyway, guys, enjoy.
Enjoy the episode.
Hey, Larnie, how you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing well, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting me. I feel
no
really
worries.
special.
Yeah, well, we felt, you're probably the most vocal audience member we have at the moment, so we thought, why not get you on? You've got some, interesting ideas, so we thought we might as well try and unpack something,
No, I like what you talk about, and so, we can have intellectual conversations.
That's it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
So how's ISO life going?
Pretty good. I lost my job, but then I got it back, thankfully.
Okay,
And I've just been walking my dog, and I've just been at my house and at my boyfriend's house, and that's about it.
Yep.
So it's been pretty chill, I guess, but I'm glad restrictions are sort of lifted because I can see some people.
Yeah, you can finally go out and say, "Hey guys, what's up?" In your groups of fives, but
that's it.
With
no parties,
being 1.5
no parties
apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting on the beers a little bit,
Getting on,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Talking of beers, I should open up the cruiser I've got.
Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say as well for people watching, this is reusable. Just
a reusable straw, good, saving the planet.
It's not a plastic straw. I reuse it.
That's the way.
Thanks. Yeah, don't want to be judged. I mean, I don't really mind, but
this.
How's it taste?
It's like lemonade. Like
lemonade.
just straight up lemonade. Like it just tastes like lemonade.
Okay. A lot of drinks like UDLs are like that.
Are they?
Yeah, they taste like really sweet, which I feel can be a little bit dangerous to people that are new to drinking because they'll float towards those type of drinks.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
right.
It tastes like soft drinks, so they'll just keep going, not realizing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And the same with like mixing your sugar with alcohol. Oh yeah, man.
All the Canadian clubs, man. It tastes like ginger beer, and it was just so easy. I was like,
you'll never go near it again, right?
Yeah.
You haven't had Canadian club since?
I actually have. But I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. It's just traumatizing, man. Just the taste and the smell.
Yeah.
It's just...
My first time like throwing up was at my friend's, and I took a bottle of Maduri and lemonade, and I was like mixing it. And the next day I felt so sick, and I like threw up. And I didn't know that Maduri actually, it's like known to make you sick if you have too much.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So found out the hard way.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't really mind. Once you get it out, you feel better.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, unless you have vodka and then it still burns.
Yeah, burns on the back.
As it comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah. You mentioned in one of our comments of the the Midnight Gospel one about star seeds.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So Well, from my knowledge, I wrote little notes, just
Yep.
like any star seeds thing.
Cool.
From what, like, I know is that basically star seeds are people that are like kind of aliens, but they're celestial beings. So our souls are like celestial, and we've incarnated from the stars into a human body to like help the human race like awaken and enlighten. So I think if that makes sense, like you know, some people might think, oh, that's crazy, like you know, but like I think I'm a starseed because I resonate with all that type of thing.
And you've got like that energy, you know what I mean? Like you can kind of just connect with certain things as well. And
and yeah, like, you know, it's kind of like my whole life I've just felt like I don't belong anywhere. And I remember from like a very young age, I'd always be asking my parents, like, where do we come from? Like, why are we here? What's the universe? Like, what's out there? And like things like that.
Yeah.
And there's different types of star seeds that come from different clusters. So different star clusters. So there's like the Orion star cluster, which is part of Orion's belt, which is the star system there. And there's like Sirians and Lyrians and Pleiadians. So they're like the main ones that I know. And each cluster's like different, and everyone has like different, you know, qualities that will draw them to, you know, be like, yeah, I'm that.
That
makes sense.
Like they have different like kind of like energies compared to the other ones, would you say? Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like I'm a Pleiadian because they're mainly like empaths, and I'm a very empathetic person. And you know, when I like discovered this and was reading all about it, I felt like everything made sense. Like everything, all like from when I was young to now, everything, how I felt, like what I thought, you know, it all kind of made sense to me. Because I never like, I used to have like a little diary that I wrote in, and I'd write in it like, oh, I'm from another planet, I'm not from here. And like looking back, seeing that, I'm like, oh my God, I'm an alien. You know what I mean?
And you would, since you were young,
it all makes sense. Yeah.
It
all makes sense now.
Yeah, it all makes sense. And there's like, let me refer to my little notes. Just like, I don't know that much, but I know like enough for me. And there's still like so much more. So basically, like, you know, starseed souls, they've lived many lives before as well. And apparently we like volunteered to like come to Earth and like help the human race. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes I'm here and I'm like, you know, this is dumb. But and that, what else? They're like, when you incarnate, like, you know, you don't remember. So
past life,
you don't, and like star seeds, they don't remember, they don't know that they're star seeds until, you know, they somehow just find a path and discover, you know, who they are. And some now, they say
is this the belief that they that you know through generations and that's kind of helped us evolve as a human race? Is it kind of coming from that idea of like the reason things evolve and that?
Yes, that's basically, but star seeds, they don't like help the people like evolve economically, but evolve, we help to evolve spiritually. And like, you know, open your mind, you know, sort of open that third eye. So like I was watching a thing today for Pleiadian star seeds, and it was saying that because we're empaths, we want to help people move on from the past, and we want to help them to, you know, essentially be happy, and we want to fill them with our light and energy that we have. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
so that's basically what it is from my knowledge and understanding. And
I
there's
read
like,
something. Oh, you continue. You
oh
continue.
no, it's okay.
No?
I don't
Oh,
even know
okay.
what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. I read somewhere that star seeds were like pretty ancient as well. Like they've like been
Yeah.
around since like the dinosaurs, like even before then, kind of thing. Like, and they've been like,
Yeah.
from what I've heard, yeah, they've just been around for a long time. And they, do you know how like star seeds were made or anything, or like or how they were made, or was it just like they
No,
kind of just?
Yeah, I don't know, but like all I know is that we're from the star clusters. So we're
Yeah.
from the stars. So there's like a Pleiades star cluster. And I think that's in the south. I'm not too sure. But I've also like read that some star clusters don't exist anymore. So some
Okay.
star seeds, they don't have a home. And there's also, because, they have lived a lot of lives. I think that like everyone on earth has lived multiple lives.
Yeah.
And sometimes, some people remember their past lives. There's a book, I don't know what it's called, but this lady, she remembered her past life and she contacted her children from her past life, and they were
wow.
like older than her, and she like
Yeah.
got in contact with them.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Things like that. And things might just come to you as a natural feeling. But yeah, I'm not sure where like they come from. Yeah, I should probably like learn more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still like learning and discovering, because for me, this was only like last year, fairly recent.
Okay. Yeah.
To learn about, but yeah.
Now, is that a similar thing we use to explain things like astrology and that? Like particularly with like zodiac signs and that? Or are they a separate kind of universal thing?
I think that's separate. Like star seeds there. Yeah, I haven't, not that I know, have talked about like zodiacs or anything, but that could still be, that could be like a human astrological thing.
Yeah.
Because the calendar and birth charts and things like that, I feel like that's a human thing, our dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mum was watching this documentary, I think it was last night, and she was explaining it to me, but I only get to hear like briefly, so I haven't actually been able to like fully look into it. But I think it's on Netflix, and it was talking about like these, I guess you call them reptilians, but like the aliens that were been around for a while, and they made things like the Stonehenge and the pyramids and stuff, and they used to worship them in the Egyptian times and everything, and she said something about like sometimes these aliens would breed with like actual like humans, like to say pure humans, and then that would create like star childs or star seeds, and that's how they would come around that way. And again, I haven't looked fully into it. I should, but I didn't have much time to do it because I ended up being at Billy's house last night. Getting on the drinks, but
Getting on
from
the
what she
beers.
told me. But from what she told me, like the Bermuda Triangle and everything, like they use that as like kind of like vortexes and stuff, and they use that to like enter, and then they kind of like breed with some humans, and then from those children would be like the star seeds or the star child, like
they're like hybrid childs, so and reptilian, that's a whole big thing as well. So like some reptilians are star seeds, like so I'm in a star seed group on Facebook, and there are people in that group that are reptilians, and things like that. So like I definitely think things do breed, and there's this thing with hybrid children is they can create hybrid children without you knowing. So somehow they will like insert like inside a woman or a man, I'm not sure entirely how that works, but they could like insert it into the woman without like the person carrying it without them knowing, and then take it out without them knowing either, things like and that's like alien abductions, things like that. That's how it kind of connects. But yeah, I was watching this thing because I posted in the Starseed group that I was like doing this podcast, and if anyone had anything to add,
Oh, yeah.
and some, which was cool. I only got one reply, but that's okay.
Okay.
That's still cool. That's still cool, though. You know.
Well, it's cool because
Something.
it was actually really cool what they commented. This show called Cosmic Disclosure, and they were talking about Emory Smith, which is a man who was. Sorry if my dogs are barking.
That's all right.
That's okay.
I have a puppy, so. And this guy, basically, I think he was a military technician or something like that. And on this episode, he was talking about how he would do surgery on different celestial beings and stuff like that. And I definitely think all of this is real because there's just too much evidence. There's too much talk of things.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and
and someone someone can't just make this up. How did aliens first come about? Someone can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
If we were to make up, a mythical creature or something, it'd have to be parts of things we know joined together. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. It kind of makes me think of that idea of there's no such thing as an original idea because everything you have is based on something else.
Yeah.
So everything has ever existed, I guess you could say.
Exactly. There's no way that aliens and UFOs and everything like that could be an original idea, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah.
And as you were saying before, Joel, about the Bermuda Triangle, I have this little theory of my own.
Okay.
Most, I was watching this. Oh, sorry, I just got a thing.
That's all right. Me too.
I was watching this thing. Well, my tattoo artist, who's really cool, he likes aliens as well. So we were watching an alien documentary when I was getting my tattoo done, and they were saying that most alien sightings are around the coast, which is actually true when you think of it. A lot of them are coastal. So my thought is that, aliens like water, and maybe the Bermuda Triangle that's in the water. I have this maybe that is alien related as well.
Isn't it the whole thing with the Bermuda Triangle? People have gone in there and have never survived. They've all gone in and disappeared, and just that
which
thing.
Could also be another thing, which is the inner Earth theory. But I also believe could be true because there's evidence that supports the hypothesis. And basically, it's that there's another universe inside Earth, and the main entrances are in the Antarctic and the Arctic. So that's why we never really see pictures of Antarctica and the Arctic because and it's essentially it's these circles and people can go in and out. And, and that's where they also think that UFOs could come from out of there. I watched a video on it and there's a lot of things. I'll have to send it to you, but
definitely. Definitely send us videos and stuff about it. I think there was one guy that survived the triangle. I think he said something he was flying his helicopter and he just survived. But what happened was he went in and he said it was some tornado looking thing that was just in there. It's this massive tornado, almost it could be a vortex, which is what that documentary was saying it was for aliens to use. But and when he said he went through there, he said everything turned off, all the electricity and time and everything just stopped, and he was kind of just falling. And then luckily for him, he kind of just got out of it in time as well. But he says everything that goes into it gets sucked up, and it just
that's interesting. I haven't heard of that. Because it's interesting that the tornado thing, because in the pictures that I saw of the entrances into the inner Earth dimension, in the Arctic and the Antarctic, they look like little swirls, little tornadoes. And they and there was pictures of Saturn and Jupiter that also have these swirls at each end, so they could have an inner Earth as well. Yeah.
Or it could be linked. Like, they could be little like portals, links between planets that they use to go in and out and weave through
Yeah,
time, like light speed kind of thing.
exactly. It
You
could
know,
be
through.
anything. And
Mm.
yeah, there's just so many things out there, so many, like, you know, I just find it really hard to think that people go living thinking, it's just life, there's nothing
Yeah,
else.
life is where
There's
you
no
stand.
way.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah,
way that
exactly.
there's no way that
Yeah.
we're just people, on
Yeah,
this earth,
exactly.
and there's nothing else, and that we just work and live. There's no way, because that would just
Yeah.
be too boring. And
Yeah.
everything, essentially everything together is just too complicated for it not to be complicated,
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
And when we spent
Yeah.
thousands of years trying to understand it, and we're still discovering things. It's not like, okay, yeah, now we're so enlightened, we know everything, when nothing else is going to come up. It's like,
Yeah.
no, we're always going to be
Yeah.
discovering.
But I think,
yeah.
yeah, I just feel like a lot of people go through life not, opening their mind. Like a lot of
Tunnel
people,
vision kind of thing that they
yeah,
just go through with the
exactly,
walls
and
up
they don't notice, the things like my friend, she was like talking to me, and she was telling me that she was saying, Larnie, like, we're communicating with nature all the time, and she was saying we breathe at the same time as the trees do, and I was like, we do, and people don't notice that.
Yeah,
and I
that's
just
true. Yeah.
I feel grateful that I can walk down the street and notice things, like notice that I'm communicating with nature all the time, because it just, it makes you feel happy to just be open to these things, because, it kind of is the little things that matter.
Yeah.
In a way,
exactly.
that
Exactly.
saying?
Tend to go unnoticed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, being quite a spiritual person, I'd say, no doubt, you believe in ghosts,
Well, I think I
the fourth
do.
dimensional kind of thing.
I haven't had much experience. I've only had a little bit of experience, but I'm sure it is real. I'm just like, I'm still trying to figure it out, because at the moment for me, it feels like, that world and like the alien and star-seeded world, it almost feels as if they're separate when they can't be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't had I've had like a few experiences, but not many. I don't know if I'm
like serious experiences, or just kind of like minor, like
minor. Like when I was a kid, there's a park like in Oakley, and there's like a graveyard next to that park, and in the grandstand, and apparently a homeless man used to like live in there. And one time I was at the park with my dad and my brother, and like I remember this very clearly. There was a man standing in the grandstand staring at us, and he was like angry. And I said to Dad, I was like, Dad, there's this angry man staring at us. I think he wants us to leave. And Dad was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's nothing there.
Can't see anyone.
And and my brother said the same thing. He was like, no, there's, a person there. I'm pretty sure my brother said that anyway, because we left. And, Dad told me that, like, in future years, talking over this again, Dad told me that he went back to the grandstand and there was no one there, and he walked up in the grandstand and had a look, to see if it was maybe a cardboard cutout, to see if it was anything. There was nothing there.
So it's funny, grandstands they're a creepy. They're a really creepy thing in particular. I remember talking to a friend about this a couple of weeks ago, because we were looking at writing a movie, a short film, and he was telling me, what really freaks me out, Brandon? Grandstands. And I thought, I remember when I was 6 years old, we were I think we were in Alice Springs, because we went on this long holiday road trip, and we were at this it was like an emu race course, and that was what it was designed for. And it was just this massive grandstand that no one was there. We were the only ones here, and it was just and our we'd set up camp like right next to the track, and I just remember at night just looking up there and thinking, I would not want to be walking up there right now because it's just pitch black, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
I just think
Yeah.
it feels like there's something in there. I feel like there's got to be something in that darkness, you know, and I don't want to find out.
It might be because, grandstands are used when there's sporting events and, obviously when they're being used, there's like a lot of noise and it's very lively. And then when it's not being used, it's just so quiet and it almost seems unnatural.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Maybe it's just something like that. But yeah, I feel like people are either, spiritually connected in the way that I am, or, spiritually connected to ghosts. Like Joel, I feel like your family sort of is, because of what you were talking about in an earlier episode. Yeah. So I feel like, it could be that.
How old were you when this happened at the park?
I was only young. I was, like, I don't know, like 4, only small. But, how they say, small kids see things.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, dogs and, like, younger children are more prone to picking up on these things that happen.
Yeah, because of their innocent mind and their imagination. I feel like when you grow up, responsibilities and like almost, the reality, it gets to you.
Yeah, and it kind of like fogs your vision of
when.
But then again, when you're an old person, then you find then they tend to be a little more spiritually inclined to that kind of thing as well, especially if they're in their final years of life. It's
maybe because they've lived a long time and they've had time to think over and realize. Whereas, I feel like kids see things sort of for what they are. They just see them purely,
Yeah, exactly.
Children have no judgment.
They only learn to judge. That's right. Yeah.
That's right. That's true.
And cats as well. I think because cats are fourth dimensional, they can walk through dimensions and timelines. And I think they're alien. The Egyptians, worshipped.
They worship them.
Worshipped them. And things like that. And I think cats can see things. Definitely.
Do you have a cat?
Yeah.
Me, I don't have a cat, but my boyfriend is a cat, and she's really cool. Yeah.
Cats are very odd.
They are very strange.
Interesting. Yeah.
They're very. I don't know. I feel like there's just so much in a cat's mind.
Yeah.
Because. Yeah. And I love their face shape of how their nose just shapes. Like it looks alien.
Yeah.
And then it kind of makes me think of they're very strange beings. Even like then you look at their background, and you've got like big cats and that as well. They're kind of a similar kind of thing. Tigers and that they're a very interesting kind of thing that we're still.
Yeah, I feel like and how they like hold themselves. I just they're just very like mysterious.
Yeah. And it's the same with like training a cat as well. You find like you show a cat where its litter is and it kind of knows how everything works. They're curious minds, but at the same time, they're kind of born with this intelligence that with dogs you kind of more have to train them. And it's kind of more rewarding with the dog because they love you for it, whereas sometimes a cat can be a little more cold-hearted, which could be because it knows that it's so much smarter than you, because it knows hey man, you got no idea, where I've been, who I am,
That's true. That's true.
There's a book, and apparently, it's true, it's a fact that all cats have Asperger's.
Oh, really?
And there's a book about it that is like, some people use in therapy to, maybe explain to young children or, help people like understand. That apparently all cats have Asperger's. And there's another one I saw, and it was really saying that, it was saying that all owls have anxiety or something like that.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't know that about the cats.
Yeah, it's quite cool. Because, I feel like, people that do, have Asperger's, they're just, see things differently.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
and with any kind of thing that people consider it being a condition, yeah, and it kind of makes it. And with that being said, it's like, I guess it kind of shows it's more of a primal kind of thing. It's not necessarily an issue or something. It's just a thing that it's just
And apparently, that apparently everyone has traits of Asperger's and things like that.
Yeah, a range of things.
And I feel like people are scared of those things and make fun of it because they don't understand it.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like people overcomplicate the human mind way more than it needs to be. And that's why, you get stuck in it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, like, I commented on one of your things that in Buddhism, they, believe that we're the product of our thought, which we are. So if we have
that's true, yeah,
and if we have like an evil thought and we act on that evil thought, happiness won't follow.
Yeah.
Whereas if we have a pure thought and we act on that, happiness will follow that, and our intentions and things like that, that can create karma as well. And it affects future life situations. So essentially we are the product of our thought. We are what we think, and we've heard that saying our entire lives, and it's true. But I just feel like a lot of people, their mentality is just not broken, but it's just lost in society. I just I've just been very optimistic the past year, and it's it helps you to see things happily.
And a lot of the time it's for what they really are too. It's you're not blinded by something that's trying to force you to think about something a certain way. I think that's just the beauty of being open-minded. It's just
exactly. And it's also about how you deal with things. Like what my mum always tells me is it's not what happens to you, but it's how you deal with it, which is absolutely true. And you just got to accept what's happened, and you got to learn how to manage and deal with it. Because after that, it will make a tremendous difference to you. And I feel like, a lot of people just need to be told that message, because if you get what I mean.
Yeah. It's like the idea of that, it doesn't matter how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and get back up. It just brings back to that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like that, like something like that, just changed my life. Because and then with obviously mental illness is a very common thing, and once you accept it, you can learn how to deal with it, and it just makes everything so much better. And you can learn how to manage it and live with it.
Definitely.
It is hard, but it really gets you there in the end.
And it really feels like we're always on a continuum. It's never like things are always going to be this way. I like to think that they're constant. It's that cycle that's just constantly happening. And then some get
things
worse
won't
than
be
others,
like that
but
forever.
Yeah, exactly.
When you have sometimes when I have bad days and I feel terrible, and I'm like, this, I might feel like this now, but this feeling isn't going to last forever. It's going to go away. Tomorrow at the end of the week, it's going to go away.
Exactly.
So you can just move through that, and you can do what you can to, help yourself and deal with how you're feeling then. But you just have to know that, it'll go away.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was something that my dad had told me at a young age, and a lot it was how you can't, you shouldn't spend a whole lot of time, putting it like a negative sort of emotion to something, it's the same with with grief. So when my dad lost his father, it was very devastating, but he told me that, it is something that gets easier with time. And it's because I wouldn't know where I'd be if I had have stayed, just be upset about it for so long, because it's something that does get easier with time.
It does.
I guess that's the same for anything.
And he, as I was saying before, he would have had to accept that, and learn how to deal with it.
Deal with it.
And a lot of people, they just, if you think about it negatively, it'll just make it worse. You know, if you think negatively, negativity will follow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, you know, it's, yeah. And that's basically, you know, what I like. Star seeds, you know, they're here to help people realize things like that. We're here to help people, you know, open their third eye, you know, and be happy because, you know, happiness is something that everyone deserves.
Yeah.
It's just, it's
I guess
that
it can be
everyone
hard
needs.
with opening people's third eye as well, because some people don't want it to be opened. You know what I mean? Like some people just, they're just so like against like knowing it kind of thing.
Yeah, some people, I think, you know, build a wall up. Some people are scared of it because they don't understand it. You know, some people might feel comforted by the way they feel, you know, at the time, which I guess if you're feeling a long way, like a certain way for a long time, you're comfortable with that feeling. Like, there's this Nirvana song that I really like. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's Francis's Farmer or something like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, the lyrics are like, I miss the comfort in being sad, you know, da-da-da-da-da. That's kind of true. Like sometimes being sad can be comforting.
Yeah.
But
well, it's because it's a natural like emotion. And
it is.
A lot of people don't realize that as well. Like some people think that, you know, being sad is unnatural, you know, and then
it's absolutely not.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No. When you realize it's a normal emotion, you know, then you go, this is okay. Like, you know, like it's okay to cry and stuff. Because I feel like
it's a lot. It's a lot like Joel when we were talking about that in the Midnight Gospel. How when
which is like,
mother
how do
was
you
dying,
deal with grief and stuff? You cry.
That's right.
Yeah,
you just cry. That's you know.
Yeah.
You have to let. And it's a natural thing. You know, too many people stop it.
Yeah. People, and when you stop that, it builds up inside, and then it can be released in this other way, like anger.
Yeah, and it manifests as well.
Yeah,
like
and that's
lots
not
of
the
different
best
things.
way. And crying, you know, it feels good. You're getting it out. You're cleaning your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how I like to see it. You're cleaning.
Yeah.
You're cleaning your eyes, and
it is. Well, you are cleaning, like if that makes sense. Like you're cleaning yourself from a lot of emotions as well that you need to just let out. So in a way, it is cleansing yourself emotionally.
It's probably the biggest release, you know.
Well.
It's probably the biggest release you can do, you know.
It's like releasing, you know, your thoughts, your feelings, like negative things.
Just letting it out.
Yeah, you shouldn't be ashamed of being sad because that is a natural human emotion, and everyone's going to feel those emotions for the rest of their life. And you know, and you can learn how to like manage those emotions in the best way without them, you know, getting out of control. It just, it takes time, and I feel like you can still, even if you're feeling a certain way, you can still remain that optimistic mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is hard to do. Like, obviously it's not an easy thing.
Yeah. Lots of practice and, you know, as well.
Like, like I may be talking about all this stuff, but I'm not there yet. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's still learning. Everyone's got so much to learn.
Yeah, we're all on a path.
Still growing and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing, I guess. That's another thing, you know, about the uniqueness of the world. You know, everyone's going through something different. You know, we're all at different stages of life. You know, it's
and everyone, you know, deals with things differently. Everyone will have, because everyone's different.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone will have different reactions to things. And you know, that's just what. Like like when I was in Nepal, because I was in Nepal a few years ago, and we were at this school, like helping the school, and I was sick. I had gotten sick, and you know, that's fine. When you go overseas, you get sick sometimes. And it's just such a funny story to me personally, because I was sick and I farted, right? And you know, I followed through, and to me that's just so funny. Like, it happened. And I was just like, I just turned to my friend straight away, and I was just like, I just shat myself. And you know, to me it was so funny. I wasn't angry at all.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know, I'm sick. That happened.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, deal with it and move on.
Yeah. But you're thinking, how could someone else react to that? It could be very different.
I feel like, you know, some people will be like, oh my God, they'd be so embarrassed, so upset.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't care. Like, you know, I'm sharing this.
Yeah, it's like,
it's, you know, what your body does when you're sick.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you can't control that. It's just,
I feel
hey,
like,
man, shit happens.
Yeah, exactly. And as I said, like everything, you know, you are the product of your thought. I chose to think of that to be funny. I knew that I could fix it and move on. You know, that might not be the best example, but it's a good example that I have. And it was funny. Like, I made everyone laugh.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, it's like when Joel and I, well, me in particular, had the cops called on me last night. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world because it was like,
I didn't think it was that funny, but yeah.
No. I did. Yeah, you were freaking the fuck out.
Because like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought I was playing music too loud. I was like, I don't want to get in trouble for doing that. And I was like, okay.
But the truth was, it
then
was
I found the real story.
The other Joel, mucking around downstairs, throwing stuff around, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that gets in trouble.
Did you get a noise complaint?
Nearly.
Well, yeah. I mean, probably can't go into too much detail about it, but it was just the neighbor and
the neighbor. She had some things to say.
Yeah, she thought we were the previous neighbors who were all drug addicts who'd cause a lot of chaos and had a lot of problems. So and when a bottle smashed, she assumed, oh no, not those guys again. So it was, you know, but you know, funny for us, probably, you know, a little bit. Oh no, not these guys again. You know.
Yeah. But that was weird because I was just upstairs with Jared listening to some music, and you know we didn't have it too loud, and then we just hear like, "Oi, stop that!
I'm calling the cops!"
I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know the music was that bad. I was like, oh my God, I turn it off, and Jared and I are like,
oh shit,
it's funny.
You
you
going
see,
to jail?
I feel like you know, you guys are laughing about that, which is good. And obviously at the time you dealt with it responsibly, but, you know, and I feel like, you know, if you see things optimistically like that, you can ultimately be happier.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You just have to like accept things. And obviously it's really hard, but,
yeah.
But I wanted to, share, well, it's not my story, but something I think is really cool that really inspires me. Have you heard of like the film and book Into the Wild?
Yes,
I think I've heard of it. Yeah,
well,
saw
basically
the film years ago.
It's like one of my favorite stories. Some people think it's ridiculous, but I think it's, you know, to me at least, it's inspiring because it's this man, his name was Christopher McCandless, and basically he saw society for what it was, and he, you know, left society, and he like burnt he donated all his you know, college funds, and he just left to go live in the wild.
Okay.
And it's just like, you know, for people listening or watching, I just suggest, you know, to give the book a read or watch it, because that story kind of changed my life. And there's a scene in the film where he's talking to one of the people he met along the way, and they're talking about society. And, you know, in the scene, he's saying like, society, like I hate it kind of thing. He's talking about how essentially how it evolves around like money and greed. You know, how people aren't as connected to the earth anymore, just things like that.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, a really interesting story, I feel.
From quite a personal kind of level and questioning of everything, because I feel like when you I think what we've kind of gone through in some ways more than others, but like how over the centuries, we go from kind of a less enlightened age to a more enlightened age, and then things, they're constantly kind of bouncing back. And then I feel like they've probably always been there. It's just, whatever's been the most, the most popular, I guess,
Yeah. And
that makes
people,
sense.
I feel that people are very caught up in the routine of things. Yeah. But, a lot of people look at that story and think, well, this guy is so dumb. Like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
So silly. Whereas I look at it as, that's inspiring. And, I feel like, he just saw things for what they were. And, this one man he met named Franz, he literally changed this old man's life because this old man was very religious. He was very, very religious. He'd go to church every Sunday. And when, like Christopher, he also went by Alex, like Alex Supertramp, things like that, I'm pretty sure. He was just a very, free-minded dude. And this guy is really, like, religious. And so Christopher left to go, like, live in the wild. And this Franz, he prayed. This was in the book. It said he prayed to God to, keep Christopher safe, and everything like that. And, like, spoiler, Christopher ends up passing away. Sorry to anyone, but And when that happened, this man, he retired from the church, and, like, his whole life was dedicated to it. And he retired from the church because he couldn't believe that God had done something like that to such a nice boy. You know what I mean? And reading that to me was like, wow, like, Christopher really changed this man's life. Like, it's just crazy. It's just, I just love the story. It's just something I wanted to share.
Stuff. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of, the book Perfume, A Story of a Murderer by Patrick Susskind.
Is that about the man that skins women and makes perfume out of them?
Yeah, that's the one. So quite a, so quite a, and he's basically, with this, from this obsession of scent and everything, and I haven't read all of it, but I kind of know how it kind of goes down this path of where he's traveling the world, and then gradually becomes more and more disgusted by the scent of humanity, so bad to the point where he just goes way out into the countryside where he can just escape it all and just smell everything for its natural thing. And I've never read a book where scent, where a sense of smell, has been the major concept. It was really fascinating.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting because obviously we have all these different senses. People could see things for what they are, smell things for what they are. It's actually funny how you said he doesn't like the scent of society, because when I'm in the car, I like to have my head out the window because I like the wind. And sometimes I just have to roll it up because it just smells like society. Like concrete and fumes and things. And I'm just like, disgusting. Wind up the
Same
window.
with, like, in the city, you've just got all these buses and trams and everything going around, and just breathing in all these fumes constantly. It's like,
which like I was saying about connecting with nature, like being in nature is so good for you because you're surrounded by natural things. And it's just I just wish people could see
more an open-minded light.
And some people hate being in nature, but
my camera just died.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
completely dead.
Yeah, so you'll probably have to use some footage from
that's all right
Zoom from now on, if that's all right. But I just saw it's like charged battery pack. I'm like, what? I charged it this morning.
Technology. That's okay.
Unbelievable.
That's all right. We'll work it
at
out.
least
Would you guys like to jump into a segment? Would you like to
Sure.
do a...
Sounds good.
All right. So, Brandon,
Hit that buzzer.
Bad lyrics with Joel.
so this is Bad Lyrics with Joel. As you could have heard,
Okay.
my amazing singing just then was fantastic, not auto-tuned. So,
At all.
okay. I've got some I couldn't find really terrible lyrics because I didn't want to go for some low-hanging fruit. But I do have some interesting and different ones that I could get your opinions on.
Yeah.
This is Bon Jovi, Blaze of Glory. So this is just a line. It says, "I'm a devil on the run, a 6-gun lover." What do you take from that?
I take. He he feels like he's bad, and he has to run away from it or something.
Yeah. See, when I read that, a 6-gun lover, that doesn't, for me, that kind of
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Do you mean that you love a type of gun or something?
Yeah, it's
do you feel so bad that you're on the run that you have to, get a gun?
A 6-gun lover. Yeah, I was like, okay.
He's just in love with his six gun, man.
He's a 6-gun lover. He doesn't just love 1, 2, or 3. He loves 6-gun. It could mean something else, man.
Because he's talking about a revolver. That's why.
Oh.
It could be.
No, that is. That's what a six gun is.
Yeah.
Maybe he's on the run because he loves his gun so much, and he
going down. Yeah, and a blaze of glory. So with my 6-gun, I can bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And then get shot up in the end, maybe.
That's okay.
I think
now
that's
this
kind of a
one
good lyric,
is.
Joel. I don't know.
It's good, but I don't know.
Somewhat, yeah.
I kind of wanted us to analyze it, if you know what I mean. It's a weird lyric, but I wanted to analyze it.
Yeah, I feel like Brendan made good sense of that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an actor thing to, put it together and make a story.
Yeah. I've got another one here from R. Kelly. The song's called "You Remind Me of Something," and this is the line. It says, "Girl, you look just like my car. I want to wax it."
Oh, I think because, guys love their cars. When they wax their car, it's nice and shiny and stuff. And it's like, oh, that girl,
but
she looks.
The girl
as good
looks
as,
like a car,
just like
my car. She looks like my car, and I want to wax it.
Or maybe she looks as good as his car she wants to wax her, and she'll look even better. She'll be shiny.
Wax.
Well, I think that makes sense, Larnie. It's like that idea of that.
It could be like
because I think that's actually a psychological thing. I remember I learnt in psychology that in general, men are attracted to like a sports car, a real American muscle, whatever. It's a very similar chemical reaction to if they see a very attractive woman.
Yeah,
it's
and it's
a similar kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like how they have all those posters of almost half naked women, and they're on cars or on motorbikes. I feel like those. Yeah.
They kind of combine.
It attracts them.
Yeah, I'd say this next one, it's a good one by the Beatles. I don't know if I'd say it's bad lyrics because obviously they were on something, but
Which one could it be, Joe?
It's "I Am the Walrus." It's
cool.
the chorus. He goes, "I am the Eggman, they are the Eggman, I am the Walrus, goo goo tube." Now,
wow,
what do you guys take from that now? What's that?
That straight away makes me think. This video my friends showed me called "The Egg," and it talks about how, as people, it basically talks about how we're all the same person, and how we live every single life. It's a strange video, but essentially it's saying that we're all the same person and we're an egg. And the world is a universe and all that. So maybe they're talking about that, being the same egg. Maybe it's the walrus that laid the egg.
Okay, another line. This is from Eminem, Spacebound. Love is evil. Spell it backwards. I'll show you. Now, I understand what he's doing, but if you spell love backwards, it doesn't spell evil. It spells evil. But I do understand what he's meaning. But
maybe he's...
It's not correct.
Yeah, maybe he was talking about...
It's not correct.
Yeah, maybe he like got hurt, like really hurt at that time, and he was thinking,
yeah.
love is evil because it makes you vulnerable to the person, and then once you're vulnerable, you can get hurt badly or something like that.
It's a bad experience.
Yeah, I reckon I do reckon that's what he meant, but just the fact that he says spell it backwards, I'll show you. Like I've got you guys. Spell it backwards, and I'll show you. And it's like,
I guess that's just a little play on words sort of thing, which I feel like artists do a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only if it wasn't misspelled.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I agree. Like, it's quite smart, but only if
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he was so heartbroken at the time. He was like,
yeah.
Yes.
Fuck all this.
That's what it means.
This is it. Evil.
Yeah.
Evil. It sounds the same. I'll put it in.
Demon.
But can't it help you evolve as well?
Okay.
I don't know.
Evolve or evolve? Yeah. Wait. Love is evil. Spell it backwards. Evolve.
Evolve. Oh wait, no. Never mind.
Maybe not.
Evolve.
Evolve.
It's okay. We can always try and think.
Yeah. I do like getting into songs, and that's obviously why I did create this segment.
Yeah.
I do like getting
I
into
like it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. But I try not to go for low-hanging fruits like Rebecca Black Friday. Just constantly like little pump songs and 6ix9ine songs. Like that was good for the start. But, I'm trying to I'm like, yeah, but I want to know the meaning of some of these things as well.
Yeah. They can be very deep. So.
Yeah. This one's by Pitbull. It's called Give Me Everything. Now, I understand what it is, but it doesn't really feel like it was written very well. It says, me not working hard? Yeah, right. Picture that with a Kodak. And better yet, go to Times Square and take a picture of me with a Kodak.
I mean, I feel like he's, saying people are saying he's not working hard, but he's saying, oh, I've got money. I've got a Kodak.
Yeah.
Because is that a car?
Yeah, and then
sure.
take a...
Yeah.
And he's like, take a picture of me with a Kodak. It's like...
Maybe he's saying...
Is that rhyming Kodak with Kodak?
Sounds like that. He's mad, she's sad, he's mad, another one.
This is a trend, man. This is absolute trend. Let's go. Like, it actually sounds like he's rhyming Kodak with me not working hard. Yeah, right. Picture that with a Kodak. And better yet, go to Times Square and take a picture of me with a Kodak. Yeah, he just
maybe he is rhyming.
Yeah. I think I'm with that because Kodak is that film. That you get those little cameras out of the thing, so it's picture me with a Kodak, film another Kodak, filming.
Picture that with a Kodak.
Maybe is that a play on words?
Then take a picture of me with a Kodak. The rhyming could have been a little bit better.
I feel
it
like
seems like a lazy hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a trend though. Like everyday songs seem to have that in it.
I feel like some rappers they they create silly words and then I don't know. Sorry if my dogs are barking again as well.
No, that's all right.
They're sweet animals.
It's all right.
That's what they do. They bark.
That's all right. At nothing. Or maybe that's it. Maybe it's part of that sixth dimensional thing. Their sixth sense. They're they're seeing something that we're not seeing.
Maybe they are. Animals, like you can learn so much from animals.
Oh,
they're so
definitely.
cool.
Yeah.
Humans are animals. Sorry, I'm interrupting your segment.
No, that's okay. Another Eminem one. This one isn't really bad lyrics, but I just kind of felt like it was kind of cheesy. Love the Way You Lie. It's a good song. I like the song. This is the line. It says, now you get to watch her leave out the window. Guess that's why they call it window pane.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, like I love
I
the
think,
song. I think it's
yeah,
good, but
that
that's like a very cheesy line. Like it's
yeah.
like,
I feel like that again is a play on words, and I do feel like rappers sort of do that. Maybe it's part of, you know, how they help create their songs, a part of the culture or something.
But it's almost like he I don't know if he meant to put the pun in there, but I kind of find it funny. Like that it's a pun. Like it's just like I get it's meant to be serious, but since that it's like a cheesy pun, it just kind of takes the seriousness away from it. Like for me, because it's like,
I guess,
like
I guess
like,
sometimes, you know, puns can, like, I feel like, you know, a lot of the time in songs like this, I feel like when they write them, they're actually really hurting. So you know, looking at that, he might be like, oh my God, like it's a sign, you know, a window pane. Oh my God, it's a sign. Like it all connects together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But for me, since it's like a pun, it kind of like, it's like, wait a minute. It's like, you know what I mean?
I definitely get what you mean.
Away from the thing. Because I can imagine someone like writing this like sad, but then as soon as like you hit a pun by accident, it just strikes it automatically like, wait a second. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah, right. I get what you mean.
I'll go with one more. This isn't really like bad against the song. I like the song. It's a great song. It's just another one of those rhyme a word with the same word kind of thing. Wait, have I said this already? No, I haven't said this one. The Zombie by the Cranberries. Have I said this one?
No.
Okay.
I think so.
It's probably because I've
been
practicing,
song.
man. Yeah, it's a good song. But the line is, with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. I understand, like, great song, lots of meaning in it, but their bombs and their bombs.
Maybe their bombs and their bombs. I think, you know, maybe they're trying to label weapons. Maybe they couldn't think of any, but, you know, bombs are kind of like have been a serious thing over the years.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know,
exaggerating the idea of bombs.
Exaggerating
or
maybe
they're talking about regular bombs and then nuclear bombs.
Oh yeah.
You know.
The atom bomb.
Yeah. As soon as we're talking about bombs and I hear a big bang outside my head. My door.
Oh
with
shit!
That bombs and that bomb bang.
The door behind you breaks down.
Oh my God!
Smoke's coming out.
It's the Cranberries, man. They don't like me hanging shit on the lyrics.
All these little cranberry vines come out.
Please, guys, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it when artists rhyme the same word with the same word. It's just
multiple times. Yeah.
If I don't know. It could be intentional, like she's intentionally doing it, but at the same time, it feels kind of lazy of an artist to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, when they could be expressing more in the thing, but
yeah, I definitely get what you mean.
And
also, not everything has to have meaning behind it. You know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
that's right. And you and that's the beauty of it. You know, it may have been made a certain way, but anyone can interpret it however they want.
Exactly.
What you know.
That's what I really like about art and all sorts and forms of art is anyone can look at it and interpret it a certain way.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's the end of my my segment. I just didn't want to go for the obvious bad ones.
That was good.
I just wanted to get some more.
I like that segment.
Thank you. Thank you.
But good work, Joel. You had a lot that time.
Yeah, I did.
Sometimes when you just find a lyric, you're like, whoa, that hits me, man.
Yeah.
That really gets me.
Yeah. And then sometimes you see lyrics like
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Gucci gang, and you go,
That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh my God. That lyric just goes into my soul.
I was thinking the same thing, man. See it, man.
Yeah.
It resonates, man.
No, I think art is like one of the best things to express things. Like this alien painting, I did that alien painting just to express. Cool. Thank you. Yeah.
I didn't notice that until now because my little box is right in the corner covering it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty chill.
Brandon's Sea Monkey Update. Now, I believe I'm supposed to feed them once every 5 days. Now, they're doing all right. There's Hey, you want to know something funny, Joel? Now my camera's dying.
Oh,
So
Well,
probably
you know, at
see
least
some
you've
of
got
them
footage on
floating
Zoom,
around
so-
there. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just-
I do.
Might as-
I see Brandon through the
yeah, and his
the
face is like.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
shut this
but
camera just
they-
before that dies.
no, yeah, they should get much bigger. And then they'll
They can
ride
last
each
up
other's
to about
tails.
3 years, is it?
I'm not sure. When I had them, they lasted about a year, and like over a year.
Okay.
But they did get quite big, and you can see all the little like flappy, flappy movie things.
Yep.
Yeah,
What are they
yeah.
called? Yeah. And then they ride each other's tails, and that's them mating. And you can
Okay.
point them out. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
quite cool.
Like, look at those two, man. And they're like,
Yeah,
that's
they're
crazy.
riding each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Giving each other piggyback rides, as Mum used to call them, whenever we had rabbits. It'd be like, oh.
Oh, I had rabbits too, and they
man.
had babies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
So, yeah, they're still alive. So, that's all good. And I'll just try. Oh, I think I just saw the big. Oh, hang on. No, it's got those little microscope little
Oh, yeah.
things
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And I just saw one go past. I thought, wow, that's massive. And I realized it's the same size as the other ones. But yep, the empire is still growing.
The Empire.
Call me Frankenstein. But an empire.
Yeah, that's
of monsters.
awesome. Sea monkeys are
Good old sea
fun.
monkeys.
Yeah, they're
Quite
really
Yeah.
cool
interesting.
little-
Hmm.
Yeah, they are. You're planting them from an egg, just like, people.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's right. Pretty much. Yeah, more or less.
You know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
You just
See,
gotta-
I've never heard of sea monkeys before. Brandon just randomly one day sent a message saying, "My sea monkeys have arrived." I'm like, "You'll see
Like,
what?"
what the fuck?
He's like,
Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What?
I heard people talking about them on the bus on the way home from school, and I was
Okay.
like, "Damn, that's cool." And then I got,
I want some sea monkeys.
I was like, "Damn, yeah." And
Yeah.
my friend and I got them. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sea
yeah, that was
monkey.
like my first time seeing it the other day when Brandon actually got to show me like in person. I was like, "Oh my god, that's what they actually look like—the little tiny
Yeah,
dudes
yeah, yeah.
just going,
They're like
floating
actual
around,
like
hanging out.
organisms growing in the water.
mm.
I was reading that. No, I wasn't reading, but I don't know. I feel like all living things are also multidimensional.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. I don't know.
no, yeah, because
Hmm.
because what are we in? We're like 3D, right? So we're
we're
3D.
three-dimensional.
Third dimension. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got
third-dimensional.
the ants are in like 2D.
Yeah,
So
That's right.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really cool. But
Hmm.
yeah, and I like. There's not just other dimensions. I feel there are other timelines. There are other realities.
oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's stories where those have crossed over. Like there was a story that I heard where this guy called his friend, left him a voicemail, and went to work. And the voicemail was like short, like, "Hey, call me back," blah blah blah. And his friend calls him, being like, "Hey, you left me a really weird voicemail. Like, what was that about?" And his friend tells him about the voicemail, and he can't believe that this is the voicemail he left because he didn't leave that. So he goes to his friend's house to actually listen to the voicemail, and the voicemail was, what he said, but it kept playing afterwards, even though he stopped it. And you can hear, it said that he could hear his voice talking to a female voice, and they were talking about, similar things that he has in his life now, but that wasn't him because that never happened. And so it's that like maybe that was another timeline that had crossed over.
That's insane.
Yeah, things like
that kind of makes me think of there's that famous story of that guy from this country. I forget the name of it, somewhere in Europe. And then when he came overseas, somewhere to this other country, that they asked, "Oh, where are you from?" He said, "Oh, I'm from this place." And they were like, and they said that they never heard of it, and he thought it was weird. He goes, what do you mean? Like he's thinking, okay, that's enough joking around. Like he thought it must be like some kind of joke at his expense because he's from this foreign country. And then they even got him to point it out on a map, and where it should be on the map was nothing, and then they, they had him in a room with the FBI or whatever at the front, all kind of guarding it and that, and the guy just disappeared, and there was thought that he's known as like an interdimensional person who accidentally ended up in another universe or something. But yeah, there's a lot we don't know about that. But really fat. I forget what the name of the country was, but yeah.
I mean, sometimes, people might remember, like, if you remember something from your past life, that could be you, like, feeling something from another timeline or another dimension. Because there's just no way that this is it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's so much more. There's so much more to it. Like, pretty sure we've only discovered like 3% of the universe or something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Just the essence,
you know what I mean?
We've only discovered like 8% of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's so much more to it. It's like
well, there's this video I was watching, and the title of the video was like, "This video will make you question your entire existence." And I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna watch that." Because why not? And it was basically
hell
yeah. It was basically talking about how there's our solar system with our planets, the planets we know. Then outside our solar system, we're in like, what are we in? Like a Milky Way?
Yeah.
And then inside that Milky Way, something like that, there's other solar systems. So then outside the Milky Way, there's other Milky Ways.
Okay.
And then, and all these Milky Ways are inside a universe, but that's just one universe in many.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like we're inside a universe that has millions of other universes that's got a Milky Way inside that has millions of other Milky Ways. It's got millions of other solar systems. We're just in one solar system. So just think of how much is out there.
Yeah, it's insane. I think I remember seeing a video similar to that. It was like, it was trying to show you just how small we are compared to everything. And the way they're describing, they just keep zooming out all the way out to the point where it's just complete and utter darkness of space. And they describe it like this. Think of the size of your house. So, for instance, I live in a 2-story house. So let's say, this bottle opener is our Milky Way, and the rest of this house, the whole
every
area
like
house,
aspect of it.
That's the rest of the universe and everything else that exists.
Well, that's
like,
what in that video I was just talking about. They had a example just like that, except it was where our solar system or our Milky Way is a penny. And they compared the size of a penny to all of the United States.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the comparison.
Christ.
And it's like, that's what we are. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
wow,
okay.
But not even though. I reckon it's probably bigger than that as well. It's probably even bigger than that. It's just insane.
Sorry, Billy's just called me.
It's okay.
Hey, Billy, how you doing?
There's just so much.
Oh, yeah. No, come through the front door. We're still doing the podcast. You can come on if you like. No, you're all good. Come on in. Yeah, door's open. Just come on through. All right, buddy. Bye-bye. Billy's here now. Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Sorry about that.
I haven't seen Billy in a while.
Yeah, I'll just get a chair for him.
I loved the search history.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great. It just made me think, like, wow, he must have a lot of, like, not spare time, but a lot of just interesting thoughts. And I wish people, I wish
very
people,
curious.
Yeah, exactly. And that's so great. Not many older people are like curious like that.
Hey, Billy. Not bad. Yourself? Come on through. We're just talking about your search history segment.
Oh, yes.
You got any good content for us?
Now? No, I don't think I do.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, good, brother.
Take an earpiece.
Hey there.
Earpiece.
There's
Right
the
here.
man.
Right here. And I'm dyslexic. Wait, no, it's not dyslexic, is it? What's the one where you lefts and rights?
Uncoordinated?
Yeah, that's just that.
No, it's the one because hi Larnie. So
Hi.
so it's I read something. Someone said to me they were dyslexic, and I was like, oh, is that a reading one or is that the left and rights? And she didn't know.
It's reading.
There you
What
go.
a pickup
Oh,
line.
yeah,
I'm
well,
yeah.
dyslexic.
It's kind of it's on a spectrum
You want a beer?
of what
No,
it
I'm
is.
good. Actually, yeah. Right, why not?
They're cold because it's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How are we doing,
Yeah.
everyone?
Good.
Yeah, good.
How are you?
I'm gonna be better now with a beer in me.
That's the way. Definitely the way.
How was the walk here?
The walk was fantastic.
Walk was
Very
fantastic.
peaceful.
Yeah, very peaceful.
Yeah.
Many out.
Pardon?
Is it raining out there?
No,
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 just
a
a bit
little
misty.
bit drizzle.
Okay. Nice. Cheers.
Man, I
Walking's
should probably
great.
just go over to your house, Brandon, shouldn't I? I should just go over,
Are you coming over?
get into the
You
shop.
might as well.
I got extra chicken.
I got bad news.
What?
Connor just sent me a text saying, "Sorry, man, can't come."
Well, we got all this chicken to eat, so we'll eat
That's it, man. So we got
You
more
coming over?
partners.
The chicken.
I've got other plans tonight, man. Sorry,
Well, that's
boys.
bullshit.
Right, man. There's
But
plenty of chicken if you're interested.
it's okay. We got chicken.
We're meant to be
Alright.
doing Palmers tonight, and it was Connor's idea, and he's bailed on us.
Oh,
man.
we're still eating these fucking
Unbelievable.
palmers.
We're still going to eat them, though.
Yeah. So, what are the topics today for the podcast?
A lot of things and aliens.
Yeah. Space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Being
all that stuff. Yeah, yeah.
open-minded, opening yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being optimistic to certain stuff as well.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yes.
right. Yeah.
What about?
I'll be
have
right
you
back.
talked-
I gotta go to bathroom so bad.
Okay,
Okay, no
it's
worries.
like- I'll take the lead, Joel. I'll take the lead. What about sleep paralysis? You talk about that?
Sleep
Oh.
paralysis. No, I don't think
I've had that once.
I've
Yeah.
had it. It's full
A
on.
lot.
Yeah.
That's so
yeah.
scary.
Yeah,
Well,
I can laugh at it now, but it's fucked.
No.
Mm.
Mind you.
yeah.
You want to hear my story? Sorry.
Yeah. Would love to hear it.
15, and sorry if I'm too loud. I was 15, and I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. I was smoking a little bit of marijuana at the time. Take me to jail. It's all right. They'll feed me. Anyway, you know, as you do. And I hadn't slept for like 24 hours.
Okay.
Easily, because I used to study late and do all that schoolwork stuff because I was shit at it anyway. So I eventually go to sleep, wake up, and it's like a black blob and a black mist. Yeah, like it's a mixture of that. So you see the outline of a being, whatever being that may be,
Yeah.
and it's like pushing down on you. And all I see, I open my eyes, and because I could feel it,
Yeah.
and I open my eyes, and like it's just right in my face. Eventually, it jolts back, and you just see all this outline of this. I wouldn't even call it a person. I don't know what
Something
it was.
demonic?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
something
that's how it
demonic,
felt.
and
Entity?
it's like entity, but I felt like a constant vibration for like.
Mm.
And it was quick. It was only like 3 to 5 minutes, probably. It's in my mind. I don't know how
That
long.
seems
that is
like a
actually.
long time, though. Like
Yeah.
lying there, it must have felt.
Yeah, and like of course, you do all the things trying to get up, but there was
Very
no.
true, dude.
I couldn't jolt. Like I couldn't jolt myself
can't
up,
Move, yeah.
which is
Mm.
like
Obviously, like having that
He's
bodily
back.
feeling and then
Yeah.
seeing it
Mm.
would have been like.
yeah.
When I was in year 7, I was such a lost little girl.
Yes.
Didn't know where I was in life, and I used to
Oh, shit.
hear and
Yep.
see things all the time. I was told later that it was stress related and stuff like that. And once I saw a book character get on my school bus, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what the fuck?" Yeah, it was weird. Yeah,
What
it
did
was
the
really
character look like? Was it like
Um,
a human type character or
yeah, like
okay.
it was like I saw them get on the bus. It was this
Yeah, so it wasn't
from
a
this book
BFG that came on the
series.
bus.
I was
Like,
gonna
what
say
the-
like
No.
Willy Wonka or something. That's
No, it
fucking
was
scary.
from this. Oh, imagine God! It was from this book series called The Mortal Instruments that I was like in love with, and this character Jordan Kyle, and he's actually like a werewolf. And I know, it's really cool.
Oh,
And he had like in the books, it had described his like tattoos. So he had tattoos from like shoulder to wrist on both arms, and I literally saw this. I'm not crazy. Like I saw them get on the bus and they had the tattoos and everything, and then they just
It's like
disappeared.
deja vu, but it's not.
Yeah, it was
Then what is it?
strange.
It's
I don't know. I used to,
What? It's like deja vu, but it's not.
hey man, ease up on the beers now.
yeah, I've only had
About
one.
Do you remember your first deja vus at all?
Oh
Yes.
man, I have them all the time. It's insane. It's just
Come on, Joel, tell us some deja vus.
there's no way I can tell you about deja vus. Like it's hard
I
to remember
remember-
because like I just
Some
remember being like,
yeah.
oh, I've been here. Like I can't remember locations
What the fuck?
wise.
Yeah.
Like I've
I
been
remember
down
my-
a certain street before
yeah.
and been like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this before, but I've never been here before.
Yeah.
True. I remember
Very
my
good.
very first deja vu. I've never forgotten it. Was when I was like, I was pretty young. I was like, I don't know, 7 or like a bit older, and it was in the Royal Melbourne Jail.
Oh.
Like we went on a tour there, and
Yeah.
it was so scary. And the tour we were doing, it was like they had a little thing where they'd line you up and like kind of treat you like how they'd treat the prisoners. So they lined us up and they were like shouting. They were shouting at us, and when that was happening, I had deja vu.
Wow.
And it was so scary. And I remember after it, I was explaining it to my mum, and she was like, oh, that's deja vu. And that was my first deja vu. I've never forgotten it.
Wow.
It's so weird.
It wasn't until I was about 12 when I actually understood that it was deja vu, that it was a thing. I thought I was just going through my life all weird like and just thinking, no.
Yeah.
Just, traveling. I'm just
It was
a
like
time
glitch in the
traveling
simulation.
being going
Yeah,
through.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just passing by,
Oh,
man.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh man,
Dude.
he's got the Duncan
whoa.
Trussell glasses on.
Oh, there's the
You look
lion.
scary with those on.
Oh man.
I am an entity.
Um,
I have become one.
You become the thing that you saw.
not
when you
quite,
died.
but yeah.
I am an entity.
Yeah, you're a star
He's
kindred
ascended.
being.
I'm an entity.
Entity, man.
His third eye's opened. He now has 8. No.
That's it, man. Unbelievable. He opened the fourth eye.
Yes.
Only if
Wow,
there
man.
were one.
Yeah.
If there were fourth eyes,
could be.
people would be floating around everywhere, I feel.
Where would it be?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Where would
Probably
the
on
fourth
your
eye be?
face.
Nah, but you know what the third eye is. Once you got the third
Yeah.
eye there, you ain't got enough room.
What? Yeah, you
You know,
could. You could have.
You
Yeah.
can't just move
you
the
could-
third eye over,
Yeah.
Joel.
No, here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
he's with it.
Dude, have you seen like any Tool music videos? Like, dude, he's got like
Yeah.
eyes on his hands. Like, he's got eyes there, and he's got like
Yeah.
eyes all across his face and neck and everything else. So
that just makes me think of that creature from
Oh,
Pan's
yeah,
Labyrinth with the.
yeah. The
I did
eyes
that.
Terrifying as a
hands.
kid.
I recreated that with smoke packets.
Did you?
Yeah, you get like cigarettes where it's like don't get this or you'll have eye cancer.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I put
Oh,
them
yeah.
in.
I for a second.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
okay.
that.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Everyone that smokes knows Brian. Knows
Diane
Brian on
Brian.
the smoke.
Yeah.
Old mate Brian.
Diane Bryant. Yeah.
I never got Brian anywhere else except for when I would go to the city. I think because they would manufacture them in the factories and they just send them out.
Manufacture Brian.
Yeah, I think Brian was just lucky in the city. I think that was his
Yeah.
home.
Actually,
for-
I quit.
For all you listeners, Brian is a guy who's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please to Brian.
So Brian,
Yeah. Brian.
Yep, we're hitting
Yeah,
the beers hard this episode, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. I'm here. The party's here. No.
That's it, man. Exactly, the virtual party.
I love beers.
Yeah, I was going to say I quit
beers.
smoking a while back, and it's been really good. I'm really proud of myself. So
Good job.
I'm like a
good
few
on you.
months. Thank you. Thanks.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Been hard, but
So,
you know.
Yeah,
can I
definitely
ask,
would have been
Larnie,
a difficult journey.
what was your motivation to quit smoking?
Well, my boyfriend doesn't like it, so
Oh, that's understandable.
Fair enough.
yeah. Yeah, and I was just like, yeah. And I don't know, I think it kind of, yeah. I basically what happened is I had hand rollies, and I like he didn't like it. He was like, and then I ran out of papers, and that was when we were going into lockdown, and so I couldn't buy any more papers.
Okay.
Oh, so this is recent.
Like, yeah, it's really recent, and I'd been smoking since I was like 16, and it's just like a really bad thing. I'm like, wow, like I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for some people it's really hard, and unlucky for me, like it, you know, obviously have those craving days, but I can just brush it off.
See, I mean, like, I've quit smoking for like a week, and that's just, and then I get bored, and then I go to, I'm like, get back.
Also, I feel like
but-
as a smoker,
you
it's
saying?
kind of like a thing. I feel like as a smoker, it's kind of like a thing where it's like, you know, I'm just gonna go have a dart. It's like, you want to have a dart with
He's
me?
gonna go punch some durries.
Go on, mate.
Yeah.
Some durries, mate.
Punch
mate.
go punch some durries, mate.
I'm gonna text you fucking
Punch a couple of
smokes,
darts,
man.
mate. You know, it's just
Yeah.
That fag in you, mate. Come
That's it,
on,
man.
get on the smokes.
it's on the smokes. Yeah.
Punch some durries. Yeah, but
But good on you, man.
Yeah, great. That's a
Thank
good
you.
accomplishment.
yeah, thanks. I'm pretty proud of it. I feel good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I
it's
mean,
good.
I've quit like really alternative women. That's what I've quit.
Oh, because I remember you into the like alternative chicks.
Yeah.
back
I've cut
then.
down.
Down on alternatives.
Yeah. They're still around, but
Let it
yeah. You go small steps, Joel. Small steps.
Yeah. I thought he was about to say, I've tried to stop smoking with alternative.
I thought he was gonna make a joke. Yeah, no, I thought he was gonna make a joke like I've quit like 20 times or something, and I was like, oh, funny, but
I have.
but
It's
then
not a joke though, because it's true.
Okay.
I love my dad. We're like the same person, and he always says to me, "Oh, this is the last time, Larnie. Last packet I'm ever gonna buy. Last one." Yeah, it's very funny. Yeah, no.
It's like me saying I'm having the last beer, and I always have 3 more.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's so well. I mean, as long as you're healthy still, and I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
I wouldn't call myself that, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Hey, you're still laughing, so
yeah, that's all that
right,
matters.
yeah.
I'm
You
dead on the
know,
inside.
just
Anyway,
once that third eye is open, it's a whole new world.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's right, man. A whole
Trust
new
me.
world.
I want to get on the
Oh.
third
Careful,
eye.
Brandon. We'll get copyrighted, man. You gotta be careful.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. I sound just like him. I know, man. We're too
Yeah,
good at
on
these
pitch,
songs,
man. It's just,
We gotta stop.
gotta be-
We gotta settle
yeah,
down.
gotta be careful, dude.
Right.
Sound just
One day we're gonna get that strike and we're done. We're cancelled. You know,
We've already had
we
that
can't-
strike.
so.
And then I had to edit the video.
Have we? What
I'll
video?
tell you more about it later. I won't mention it here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Have you
Maybe don't
discovered any more about the person that was doing the likes and the non-liking?
Oh,
the segment.
yes.
Have we done the
Here we
segment?
go.
No, not yet.
done that.
Here's the segment.
Now this was a segment that began last episode when
Cue the mysterious music.
Yes, I'll cue it. Yep. So the mysterious music's playing right now. This is get us in the mood, even though we can't hear it. Oh,
Oh, what's that?
did you hear that?
Who's a robot?
Yeah, so just heard some robotic frequency. That's all good. Must be the CIA listening. They're like, oh,
Must
no,
be
no,
the
Look
or
around.
is it the
Sniper's
aliens listening? You know.
That's it. It's the aliens this whole time, Joel. It wasn't the CIA we were worried about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was worried
They're
about
studying
snipers,
us.
man.
Just studying.
And
There's
then
not much to study
they,
from me.
They just went over my house, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
so I'm
I
on the
just,
same
like-
boat, Joel. There's nothing.
Sometimes I just have this experience and I'm like, oh my God, like I have to write this experience down. And sometimes I'm like, I need to document my life on Earth to take it back to the stars.
Yeah,
And the aliens
get it,
go,
girl.
oh, interesting. They go and then they look through it and they go, oh, find some interesting things, yeah.
You know, I feel like, you know, I'll go back to the stars. I'll be like, what was it like on Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you'd be like, well, funny you asked because I've documented it.
I'm never going back.
Every day of my life.
Nah.
Look at my YouTube channel, you know, like that's what I do.
Yeah.
But so anyway, the investigation
yeah.
segment. Now,
Yeah.
so this all started when a couple of weeks ago, Joel and I realised that we got a dislike for our episode 18, was it, Joel? When we were back in the studio. And,
Yeah.
And then we figured it might have been because of a controversial topic. But then what was more interesting was after we uploaded episode 19 response to that dislike, the dislike vanished. And then
and it arrived.
It arrived on
In a different
earlier
area.
video on the John Mayer video.
John Mayer
and then
one.
that day we released episode 19, was it? We got five likes
on
within
episode
the first
19,
15 minutes, and that was the fastest we'd ever had those likes. And then Joel's telling me, wow, that's great, man. And then what happened? An hour later, they vanished. 3 likes vanished, and it was just down to 2.
Just 2 likes.
So
it's like
now, so now since then, Joel and I've been, you know,
and we lost a subscriber
interrogating people. Yes, but you said we gained a few today.
We just gained like 3 today as well, which is
wow. You reckon they're going to vanish next?
That would be spooky, dude.
That could.
You know,
that would be terrifying. But yeah, so I interrogated Billy today.
Yeah, he thought it was me.
Well, I had to be sure, man. Had to take
Bullshit. I don't even have a YouTube account.
Really?
Oh, so you're not even a subscriber?
No.
There's a thing Billy
I
said.
just search it every day.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, all right. So Billy's definitely not it. What about you, Larnie? We might interrogate you. We're sure you didn't do it. But,
no,
what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, did you do it? No.
I don't know. Maybe it's like
psychology.
Could be some aliens. Maybe it's you guys doing it to create a segment.
It could be. It could.
Are you getting dry on
it could be, but
yeah. So
well,
that would be
maybe.
That's very plausible, though, Larnie. But I mean,
yeah, that makes more sense for the viewers. But for us, we're just as confused. Like,
So. But no, it's not me. Like, I'm subscribed and I leave a like on every video because I'm like support.
Thank you.
Support my friends.
Thank you,
Larnie.
Do you give us a like? Or you probably
you can like it
even if you're not
on your TV. I do it on my TV.
Okay.
You can because that's how I watch it.
Yeah.
So I just search.
I'll stop the mysterious music. Sorry.
I just search going. No, Skeptic and the Dude.
Yep.
And
non-copyrighted mysterious music.
And then I like it. But I don't have an account. I just had a stroke, by the way.
I was like,
that took way longer.
Is my connection
You've been having a stroke
lost?
since you got here.
I've been having a lot of strokes.
He's been listening to the strokes too much, mate.
I know. I was on the phone to someone last night, and they asked like, "Oh, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, fucking, oh, yep," and that was it. And I was like,
"Good night."
I think I was trying to do 2 things at once, and I was
like,
"Like, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay."
It's like that episode of Rick and Morty where he's got like the death crystal on his head.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you're trying to be contacted by, you know, some aliens or some extraterrestrials, and
you could have been entering your mind in that point, trying to take control.
Maybe that's why I keep having strokes.
Yeah. I hope not, but I had a question for you guys. Like, how are your other platforms doing with the podcast? Like, you know, Apple and SoundCloud and all that.
Spotify's got a few listeners that are going pretty well. iTunes, I don't know because I don't use iTunes, so I don't really look at the analytics on that too much.
iTunes hasn't been too bad, but yeah, what I find is it's a lot of It's good though, because I feel like our target audience is generally kind of a younger sort of demographic, but I think we get the most audio listeners are generally
from the
boomers.
older.
Tends to be some of my dad's mates who have got on board with it.
Yeah,
You know?
Oh, that's
same.
cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So
They listen to it
so it's
in the
doing
car and
something,
stuff.
you know?
Yeah.
Instagram
cool.
is pretty good. It's like about 58 followers, I think, at the moment, which is pretty good. But
I don't have Instagram, but sorry about that. But yeah,
that's all right.
That's
all right.
okay.
I mean, you've probably done better than some who even are following us. Whenever we upload a new video, you seem to be, right on board with the YouTube platform.
I'm
so that's fine.
Pretty active on my laptop.
What about my recognition? I have to search it into the TV. And there's no keyboard. It's just your remote.
You got to move the arrow.
Yeah.
Billy probably writes it in his calendar, like new episode.
Today's the day. 7 a.m. it drops.
We give Billy recognition by we're like we get him on the episodes and we say, "How's it going, Billy? What's going on?" And we mention him just about every single episode.
Yeah, he's got his own segment, so
that's right. You got your own segment.
I got a Billy segment. And
actually, have we got time for
we do
segment? All right,
just don't look at my porn.
Let me. All right, I'll hang on.
Is it TOS?
It's TOS.
Pubs you can smoke in near me. How to get your virginity back. Is Noel Fielding gay? Do gingers have souls? This is Billy's search history.
Ooh, be careful, Brandon.
It's TOS.
I'll keep my.
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing if it's TOS.
It is TOS.
It's TOS. It's like that's not good. That's not a good
thing.
Or
anything.
I don't know what that means, but
terms of service, it's like there's a certain line that can be crossed and then we'll get cancelled. So we've got to be careful of some of the things that's said.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I also
already demonetized.
Have to go soon. Sorry.
That's all right.
Just
here we go.
Here
we go. Here's one.
This
is the Billy segment,
right.
Hosted by Billy today, this is a few things that I have searched in the past few days. So Friday morning, meaning 3 a.m. in the morning, I searched why are flies so stupid. I also then followed that one up with, can you kill flies with alcohol?
You probably can.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
you probably drowned.
Yeah, couldn't find a conclusion on that one.
Lewis throw me.
What? You couldn't.
Yeah, and then there's another morning, of course.
Yeah, at 3 a.m.
I was searching Val Kilmer because he was in the Doors movie, and then I clicked on this article that the title is Val Kilmer admits he hasn't had a girlfriend in over 20 years and he's depressed.
Oh.
So it was very interesting.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Anyway.
Hopefully he can find the good.
Yeah, good match sometime soon.
Yeah.
What else is there? Here's one, and it's in Icelandic, the language, or I don't know. I think it's Icelandic is what the language is called. So I'm just, like Bjork, the singer and musician Bjork.
What's some songs?
Okay. She does that "It's So Quiet" song. Where na 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 na, yeah nah, something yes, in Icelandic. Yeah, it's a song.
I don't think I know.
Anyway, so I was just having a look at her, and then an ad pops up, and I thought,
okay,
Billy, you got to look at this ad. And it was for a Wikipedia page, and the title is, I don't even know. Gudemanna Gunnarsson.
Gudemanna Gunnarsson.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means.
Don't know what the fuck it means, but it was interesting.
Google Translate it.
Well, I was not in the mood for that, Joel.
It was too early in the morning, man.
What else we got here?
No.
Here we go. Is sex a swear word?
Is sex a swear word?
Is the word sex a swear word?
Remember being a kid and looking it up in the dictionary.
And I came.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I came to the conclusion.
Teachers, this is a naughty book. It
is not a swear word.
Sexual intercourse.
It's not a swear word, but it's a bad word. That's why they spell it out when you're younger.
Yeah, okay.
What else do I have here? I've been, because I have a goatee now. It takes a while. It doesn't take a while, but I maintain it every day.
Takes
of
some
course.
maintain. Yeah.
I was searching up, trimmers,
Yeah.
like clippers. And there was this
Manscaped
one-
or whatever
I got onto
that brand thing
manscaping,
was.
that brand, and then
Yeah.
it was facial beauty
Yeah.
trimmer, and I was like, oh, that's a bit poncy for me, but okay.
I must say, I'm a
What
bit
else is
jealous
there?
that men can grow beards because I just think they're really cool. Like,
Women can do
I
it.
mean,
It just takes a while.
some men can grow beards. This
Yeah,
guy over
just-
here can grow a beard, but look at this. What is this for me? I can't do
Little
anything.
patches.
it's just like cool. Like
See,
when you see
I
people.
don't like the
with
sides. I don't like the sides.
Mm.
So I
At least you can grow something. Look at this. This is disgusting. What is this?
I like
Little
it. I
caterpillar.
think it's hot. I think it's
beautiful, man. Yeah.
If I was a woman, I'd tell you, Joel.
Yeah, I just get the occasional whiskers. I'm like Shaggy. Just
I like
on the
that.
sides
I
here,
like
but I've shaved
Scoob.
it today.
What else we got? It's been a very slow news week, but we're getting there. It's guitar stuff.
Guitar stuff. Yeah.
I search a lot of guitar stuff because I
No,
don't have.
Probably time for one more.
I don't have
Guitars, Yeah, probably one more.
Oh, blood blister on black.
Oh, can I explain from last episode
yeah.
what blood blister on back is?
Yep. Well,
Oh.
So,
you do research.
Yeah, I would like to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
so I was having a look at myself in the mirror, as you do as a single man. Have a little bit of a gaze, and I noticed on my back, it was like a mole.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
was like, as you do, you only live once type of thing. Okay. So you just, look at that mole. I didn't think any of them of it.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Yeah.
I thought, it's a little bit like, I went to grab something, as I was moving like a chair or something, and I felt it like a sharp pain there. And I was like, fuck is that? So I searched, is this a blood blister or is this a blood blister on my back? Anyway, it turns out I went to the doctor because I thought, could be like cancer or something.
Because the doctors.
It's a blood blister, but that can, it's rare, but it can form cancer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Is there a way to get rid of it?
If it started as a mole, yeah, you got rid of it.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
You just use the
freeze thing,
freezer?
or when they pinch it.
Okay.
They pinch it and they freeze it. Yeah.
So that's alright. I've got no
had
cancer,
mole
so
removed
we're
as
alright.
well.
Yeah.
Good. That's good to hear,
Yeah.
man. And that's a positive segment, I think, to
It's
as
good.
part of the segment to end on. No, that's,
Yeah. Da-na-na, Billy's segment. Yeah.
That should be the new
Really?
thing. That should be the
Yeah.
That should be the new.
Good one.
thing.
Billy's.
Billy's segment. Yeah.
Yeah. No, when you're talking about the different language, it reminded me when I was in Nepal, thank you. I'm pretty sure it's thank you in Nepalese is Dhanyabad. And
Yes, I will. Thank you.
yes, that's what I mean. People in
would love
my
bud.
travel group were people in my travel group were like Dhanyabad and stuff. I was like, oh my God.
No, I've still got some left. Thank you. Give me time.
Yeah. It's funny. It's very funny.
Is there any more segments we have, Brandon, or is that about? You reckon
I think that's
enough?
that's probably it. We should
Probably start wrapping it up, or
probably start wrapping it up. Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's been
Yeah, and that's just
going
it.
for like a long time.
Yeah, we've been going
bit
for
Yeah.
almost
an
2
hour.
hours. Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's been a great episode, Larnie. Thank you
Yeah,
for coming
so-
on.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you.
for
Um,
having me. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. We should hang out sometime and
yeah, definitely,
have-
definitely, yeah.
some drinks and party and
Yes.
Definitely, man. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
con-
Yeah, it's been a while.
conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love
more
talking,
conversations about
so-
life. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of
Absolutely.
fun. Thank you for coming on. Anything you'd like to plug before we wrap it up?
Yeah.
No, just be spiritual.
Yeah, that's it.
Get it
Stay
going.
optimistic.
Just
That's it.
just chill.
Yeah.
Put that shit
And
on Pinterest.
Yeah, I'm not really
Well,
sure what
yeah.
to say. Just I hope that people listened. That's what I had to say. I hope people took something from it, learnt something.
Yeah, well, Joel and I certainly did. That was it was
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you
fun.
did. See, as a starseed, I like to open your mind. I like to help you discover. I hope you don't think I'm crazy.
Oh, of course not. We don't.
No,
I'm kidding. I knew you wouldn't.
No crazier than
You're
us.
you're very
We're all
accepting
crazy.
people. So
So anyway, guys, thank you for watching
thank
The
you.
Skeptic and the Dude with our guest, Larnie Monique, and
Larnie,
featuring Billy
and,
Hamlet for the last half
Billy
an hour.
Hamlet, yeah, he came in, yeah.
Take care, guys.